So people come to the living room all the time and they ask me, how do I get this person out of my head? It's doing my head in. They're just always there. They take up so much room. It's like living rent-free in my head. I didn't ask for this. I didn't sign up for this. It's really making me really miserable. And actually the answer is not, okay, here's the things that you do to get this person out of your head. You literally just have to accept that they're in your head right now and not flag it to your brain and your nervous system as a problem. Because the more that we go, oh, this is so annoying, this is a problem, how do I get rid of them? The more we see it as a threat and a problem, and the more hypervigilant we become to that thing. So this is the same with anything that you want to get out of your head. So when it comes to a relationship or a looping situation that you can't seem to let go of, there is a reason why it's there. I always say, if you can't get somebody out of your head, maybe they are supposed to be there. Maybe not for the reason that you might hope, but actually for a benefit for you. Also, there are other reasons why somebody stays in your head that usually come down to lack of acceptance and trying to dodge grief, right? So when you can't stop thinking about somebody, there is something that you are avoiding. I know this sounds really counterintuitive because you're like, no, but I think about them all the time. But you might be thinking, when will they come back? What are they doing? And you're not actually addressing the painful feelings that might just be there as a result of them not being there in your life, or for whatever the situation is that has made it difficult for you to let go of this person that you're struggling with emotionally. Also, 9 times out of 10, and this is what we discover in the living room through very strategic questions that help us to realize what this loop is all about, is usually nothing to do with that person and everything to do with an unresolved loop from years and years and years before, maybe childhood, right? So sometimes someone comes into our life, they represent something that we didn't get in our lives, and then we try to complete it because we think that they are the way that we're going to complete it. But when we realize they actually don't have that power, and the power is within us, then that loop breaks because we no longer see them as our savior, as our source, as the thing that we need in order to feel a certain way. A lot of the time people want completion and they want the other person to say sorry, they want them to come back, they want them to apologize, they want them to see them, accept them. And those are very often mirroring things that you didn't get in childhood, that you're trying to force another person to do, right? So if you're struggling with this, come to the living room and I will literally help you unpack what this loop is all about, because there will always be a reason. It's not often that person. It's either not accepting certain feelings, and what we have to do in that case is be with the discomfort, allow it to sink in, because we can't move forward without accepting where we are now. But when we say, oh, I don't want this person to be in my head, you do. Yes, you do. You do, because there's a benefit to it. There's an avoidance of grief. There's an avoidance of something. You know, it's like when people say, I don't know, I wish I wasn't doing this thing. But you do. You do want to do it. Otherwise you wouldn't be doing it. You know, so there's like an unconscious choice happening where this is looping, which when you shine the light on the shadow disappears and you're able to set it free. So we've had some incredibly powerful transformations with this, in this context, in the living room. There's been literally everyone in the room crying about a transformation or a breakthrough, about someone uncovering something that they've been holding on to for years, their whole life. And then there's been laughter about, oh my God, I can't believe that was it. Was that all it was? Wow. And it's being able to see it, let it go, and it no longer has that power over you anymore. So at the moment, whenever you're looping somebody, you rather than think, oh, I wish they'd just get out of my head, you've actually got to think to yourself, well, I clearly want them in my head. I want them there. I'm not going to resist it. There's clearly an unconscious benefit for them being in my head. I have to accept it. And when you accept it and you actually give yourself permission for it to be, for that person to be in your head, and you say, you know what, I give myself permission to think about this person all day, then actually some of the resistance goes. Like, they're allowed to be there. You're allowed to want them to be there. You're allowed to let this be as it is right now. It's not going to be forever, especially when you start seeing it for what it is. And when life moves forward, the grip on this person will loosen as things change in your life, and you put yourself into more different situations. You say yes to life more. Everything will change. This person's impact on you will change too. Yeah, and the message that they have will be irrelevant at one point. So if you can't get somebody out of your head, they're probably supposed to be there right now. And if you want help to see what is keeping them stuck in your head, come to the living room. I'd love to meet you. Love to see you there. We've got a call actually today at 4:00. So it'd be a great time to join. It's on every Thursday at 4. And is it 4? Yeah, 4. Every Thursday at 4. And every Tuesday at 4:30, we have the creativity room, which is a perfect companion to this kind of work, right? Because creativity uses the other side of the brain, right? So anyway, I'd love to meet you, love to see you there. And if not, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.